Hi BookTube! Today I'm talking about graphic novels for Contemporary-A-Thon. And what seems a theme is that when Rebecca's away, I just talk about poetry or graphic novels. Contemporary-A-Thon is coming up, and I did notice that one of the topics for Contemporary-A-Thon is a graphic novel, and maybe some people aren't as familiar with that. So today, my recommendations for contemporary graphic novels. Number 1 is Giant Days, and this I'm reading for two reasons. One, because it's contemporary, and two, because I recently acquired it and haven't read it yet. So that's one of the contemporary things. Anyway, I'll show you a bit of the art since it's the only one I own on this list. It's a little bit cartoony. It's kind of a if you will, a comic strip style. And this is written by John Allison and illustrated by Lissa Treiman. Probably Treiman. Susan, Esther, and Daisy started at university 3 weeks ago and became fast friends. Now away from home for the first time, all three want to reinvent themselves. But in the face of hand-wringing boys, personal experimentation, influenza, mystery mold, new chauvinism, and the willful unwanted intrusion of academia, they may be lucky just to make it to spring alive. So this is kind of a fun female friendship college thing. I haven't read it yet. This is what I'm reading. Number 2 that I'm going to recommend is Locas by Jaime Hernández. This is a sort of LGBTQ coming-of-age story. So Locas is a collection of some issues of the comic book series Love and Rockets, which ran 80s to mid-90s. And Locas is a collection of that, and a brief description here for you. Maggie Chascarrillo, a bisexual Mexican-American woman attempting to define herself in a community rife with class, race, and gender issues. So this is another teenage coming-of-age story, but a little more diverse. And Jaime Hernández is a man telling a bisexual or lesbian story, so take that with a grain of salt, but I think it's good, so check it out. The next one I'm going to recommend is a little bit of a memoir, but I'm counting it as contemporary just because, I think it is. It's modern, it's fun, it's interesting, and I think it's worthwhile in this readathon. It's by Alison Bechdel, who many of you would know from the Bechdel test or the Bechdel-Wallace test, for finding what female presence was in movies, or could be used for books. It's called Fun Home, or Fun Home, a family tragicomic. Distant and exacting, Bruce Bechdel was an English teacher and director of the town funeral home, which Allison and her family referred to as the Fun Home. It was not until college that Allison, who recently had come out as a lesbian, discovered that her father was also gay. A few weeks after this revelation, he was dead, leaving a legacy of mystery for his daughter to resolve. So that's, cool for multiple reasons, and Alison Bechdel, for those of you who only know of her from the test, is a comic book writer. And this I think is the perfect place to start with her. There's a sequel that focuses more on her mother that's also a memoir, but I really think that it should be started with this one, Fun Home. So check it out. The next one I'll recommend is called This One Summer by Jillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. And this one is a coming-of-age story, kind of a bittersweet one, but I think ultimately hopeful. So this is a story of a tween and her best friend and these summers that they spend together, and kind of the coming-of-age story that she goes through when her mom and dad are having trouble, they're fighting, there's some drama, and it's about just her coming of age in that setting. So it's a little darker, it's more of an experience than some of the other lighter, goofier stuff that I've recommended. And the last one I'll recommend is Ghost World by Daniel Clowes. And this is the basis for the 90s film Ghost World, with Scarlett Johansson. It's kind of a just hipster teenage girls kind of fun story. It is written by like a middle-aged man, so take that perspective with a grain of salt, but it's still a fun kind of story, and if you've seen the movie, it's definitely worth a read. And this also does have some pink on the cover, so if you're looking for one that crosses those goals for Contemporary-A-Thon, that's one. So it is fun. Check it out. So those are my recommendations for Contemporary-A-Thon graphic novels. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you're looking for anything else. I will see you next time, BookTube.